It now looks like Sony is ready to save the PlayStation VR2, but can it really be saved? So, not long back, there was mention of the possibility of having PC support with the PSVR2. We didn't exactly know how they were going to go about doing this. My hope was it's going to be a simple, like, well, there's like a firmware update or some kind of software you download and boom, just plug the USB cable into your PC and you can use it. But that's not the case. It's a bit more to it. Some more money and, an adapter. So starting on August 7th, they're going to have this little adapter available for you. But I don't know if this is really going to be enough to save the PSVR 2. I've thought about this. Like, is my disappointment in the PSVR 2 a me problem, or is it a Sony problem, or is it just a gaming society problem as a whole? I think it's actually a little bit of each, to be honest with you. I think Sony's support and marketing has been kind of lackluster. Yes, there's been a trickle of games, but I've compared in the past to like, oh, the Meta Quest. Yeah, I have a Quest 3. It's awesome. I haven't been using it as much as I'd hoped, but it's still awesome. I do get on there like, maybe once a week or so, once or twice a week. It's fun. But then at the same time, like one of my complaints with the PSVR 2 was like, it's really, to me, there's no system seller. Nothing that was like, I have to have this, right? The things I play on the PSVR 2, I'll play like No Man's Sky, which I could do on the PC, but I'll play No Man's Sky, Gran Turismo 7, and that's about it. The MetaQuest, I mean, I'll play like Beat Saber and a few other little wonky things just to kind of have a distraction, right? Maybe get a little exercise in or something, bust a sweat into the oldies out there. But even with the MetaQuest, I don't think there's necessarily a system seller. It's more of an experience seller, is the way VR is. It's an experience, right? And the hefty price of a lot of these things, MetaQuest 3 is expensive, PSVR 2's, a little expensive, but comparing to, other headsets out there, it may be reasonable to some, right? But I'm just really starting to think the PSVR 2, even with the PC access, even if they didn't do it where you had to buy a separate adapter, may still be a tough sell compared to other options. Like I've been talking about the Quest 3. The Quest 3 you can use for PC VR, and you can even use it wirelessly, or you could use it wired very easily, right? And this thing, looking at this adapter, which is $60, I believe, is what the price is going to be to start. Players will need to purchase a PSVR 2 PC adapter, which will be available for an estimated, why do they say estimate? Why don't they just say the MSRP of $59.99? I guess select retailers and at PlayStation Direct. You'll also need a commercially available DisplayPort cable sold separately. They're not going to give you a DisplayPort cable. You need to have one accessible on your PC. Myself, currently, I do not. I would have to unplug one of my monitors in order to use this if I wanted to on this setup. Like I have other setups that I could do. I actually have a gaming room that I've been working on slowly that I could plug that into if I wanted to, which I most likely will. I'm going to buy this just to test it out and whatnot. But with the look of this, like, okay, you have to have that display port plugged into the back of this box, boom, to the back of the PC. It looks like a power cable plugging into power somewhere. I don't think that's leading to the back of the PC. I may be wrong, but it looks like a barrel jack, some kind of power, right? I don't know. Could be wrong. And then another cable in the middle, which is probably USB to the back of the PC. And then your headset plugged into the front of this box. The cable, like this is just, I guess, for illustrative purposes here, this cable looks tiny as hell. Like, what the heck? Like, how are you going to play like that? No, the cable on the PSVR 2 is like, I believe, 12 to 14 feet long, something like that. I believe it's 14 feet. I'll have to look it up. But you got a lot of cable, okay? But to plug all that stuff in, have the accessible ports. Whereas with the Quest 3, it's just one cable or wirelessly, right? Things going to work differently for different people. Maybe better to be wired, but even if you're wired, it's just one wire. Just one wire with the Quest 3. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. But let's take a look. Is this really going to be enough to save the PSVR 2? So I have my doubts, but they're now saying, okay, come August 7th, they're going to roll out the support August 7th. I'm going to skim through this, but players will have access to buy and play Steam's expansive library of thousands of VR games, including fan favorites like Half-Life Alex. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, are they including it for free? But I guess not. They're just like, hey, you could play this game with the VR2. Okay. So Fallout 4 VR War of Thunder or War Thunder. Start players need to purchase the VR2 adapter. That's $60. Then you need DisplayPort 1.4, as well as Steam account and a PC that meets the minimum specs. Minimum specs are not crazy high. They're listed right here. We're not going to go through all of that, but I would imagine if you're a PC gamer nowadays, you probably beat these specs. So I don't think these are necessarily going to be an issue for most people. Setup is simple. It's easy. Connect the PSVR2 to your PC with the adapter DisplayPort. Then download the VR2 app and the Steam VR app. So you need two apps from Steam. So I guess the PSVR2 app is going to be on Steam. Or is it going to be, I don't know. This will allow you to set up PSVR2 on your PC, customize your settings and play area, and start purchasing and playing games in Steam VR. As with all PC gaming technology, performance may vary. Steam VR titles also have individual requirements, so they're just letting you know. Sorry, but there is some downside here. PSVR 2 is designed from the ground up specifically for the PS5, so you'll notice that some key features are missing, like HDR. No HDR. That's one of the big ones. Like, no HDR. Why? Like, that seemed like it should have been able to be incorporated. No headset feedback. Okay. No eye tracking. I've seen some people disappointed in that. But there's like not a lot that really uses eye tracking. It's, I don't know, it's software side type thing. So it's kind of understandable, I guess. But then no adaptive triggers, no haptic feedback other than rumble. They're not available on PC. However, other high fidelity and sensory immersion features are supported. Your 4K visuals, your 2000 by 2040 per eye. Cool, very nice display. 110 degree field of view, finger touch detection, and see-through view, as well as foveated rendering. I probably butchered the way saying that. I know what it means, but it says without eye tracking. So that's like, which to me, it's like, okay, so it's like where your eyes are focused on, the visuals will be the sharpest, right? So how does that work without eye tracking? So if you're focused in the front, everything's sharp where you're focused, and then it kind of like doesn't necessarily, not, I don't know if blurring, but you know, not as focused elsewhere. It's just sharp. It's sharp. Then if you look this way, it's sharp. You know what I mean? I'm probably not explaining it in the best scientific terms. I'm not a scientist here, but with eye tracking, that could work great. So I guess the way this works is just the way that your character in game, it's perceiving the eyes are focused on. That's how you get that rendering. But okay, 3D audio is supported. So there you go. While the most immersive way to play or experience PSVR 2 games remains on PSVR, we hope players will enjoy the ability to play an expanded lineup on VR games on PC using the same headset. So they're saying, additionally, as part of our Days of Play, which I didn't even check out, it started the other day, gamers in select regions can get $100 off PSVR 2 and the Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle until June 12th. So you have like a little over a week if you actually want to buy one of these things. They're on sale for the base one, $449. Okay. $499 for the Call of the Mountain one. Okay. Is it a good deal? Personally, while I have been disappointed, I think it's a decent deal if you already have a PS5. Now, I'm critical of the games. Like, there's good games to play on VR on the PlayStation 5 and on Oculus Quest. It's just, like I said, I haven't really, it's more of an experience seller, not a specific game that sells it to me. It is fun. It is cool. It's nice to see that this is being expanded into that, but I really don't foresee like more people buying into this. If you buy this right now and you don't have a PS5, and you want to use this on PC, you're not really saving much money. Like if you buy it during this Days of Play deal, because when that adapter comes out, it's another $60. So you're not saving much if you just want this as a standalone PC headset. It's not enough, I think, to save the PSVR 2. They really have to do some crazy stuff with some immersive, awesome games, continually supporting it. Just, I don't know, like the last little state of play they did, there was 2 games that they showcased, and only one of them did they really showcase. The other one was just a quick teaser. So, and I mean, it's like, okay, a couple here and there, but it's like we're not hearing about too much, like too often. Like we're not like the 2 I can't remember. I know one of them was an Aliens game, but they didn't really show anything. It was just a teaser. That could have been awesome. So maybe that'll be a system seller for some people. I don't know. But what else can they do? I don't see people running out to buy this as a PC headset. If you already have one, why lose the money getting rid of it is where I'm looking at it. I own one. If I resell it, I may be able to sell it for like $300. But when I bought it, it was $600 because I bought this one. I don't want to take that kind of loss because I'm not desperate. You know, I don't need the money that badly. So I'm going to keep it. So yeah, I'll buy the adapter to experience it just to get some use out of it. You know what I mean? But there you go. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.